Hey guys, Ben with Red Dirt Chilies. Today I'm gonna be doing the Apocalypse Scorpion. Just look at that thing. It looks beautiful. Look at that little thing on the side. Yeah, really excited. It's gonna be hard to cut it. I would think it's really thin. Let's see if I can get through here, right in the middle. And the fair's coming up here in Cleveland County, and maybe I should have entered this one, but I wanted to get this one on YouTube as well. My other one that I have just doesn't quite look as good. Membrane a little lacking, if I'm to be honest. Supposed to have a great fruity flavor. I think I've had it a little bit before, but not fully done like this. It's from Italy as well. Been a big fan of the skunk, which is from Italy. So yeah, here we go. Kind of bitter, planty flavor. Not really that sweet though. It must not be ripe. Good Lord. See how the heat is. It's gonna be hot, I think. A very bright burn, sharp burn. Under the tongue and over the tongue, tip of the tongue. Front of the throat. Now it's kind of a little bit of a smoky burn too as well. It's kind of equally front of the tongue, lips, mouthy, as well as the front of the throat, which is kind of interesting. I think that was closer to ripe than I guessed. The flavor wasn't quite as good as I was expecting. I know it's like a really fruity flavor, but the burn is there enough where I'm pretty sure that's pretty close. Still building a little bit. I would describe as a bright burn. Now mostly, it's really interesting. It's both front and right here, front of both tongue and throat. Still peaking. Good peak. It hits that lizard part of your brain, that fear part a little bit pretty well. Like, whenever you eat peppers that are really hot, sometimes it kicks that fight or flight in. I think it kind of activates that point, that these collection of capsaicinoids activate that pretty well. Like I'd say the the 7-Pot Brain was hotter. I would say almost, I think. But it didn't quite activate that flight or flight as strongly. This is still very hot though. I would say, 1.4-ish. I mean, very hot. It's hard for me to judge right now. Still peaking. Hit my stomach just now. little bit of a gut bomb, gotta say. Not bad, but a little bit. Still, now it's kind of, yeah, still going. I only have a couple of the plants, but pretty decently, grows decently well. The chocolate scorpions, I was equally as excited for, but I love chocolates. Anytime I can do a chocolate, I'm gonna choose a chocolate over a red, you know? I think because they're a little bit hotter and also aesthetics, also flavor, I like the smoky flavor, but generally speaking anyway. I know that they're not for everybody, but I prefer them. But, you know, I have 2 chocolate apocalypses as well, and they're a little more bulbous. I'm not sure if that's off pheno, but the apocalypse that I just did, kind of more chili, classic chili, longer and thinner. I was kind of expecting that from the chocolate as well, but the chocolate's a little different. It's a little more bulbous, kind of looks like more like a skunk. So I haven't quite done the research yet, but I'm looking forward to the chocolate apocalypse as well. Peaked probably 30 seconds ago, a minute ago. Yeah, I mean, healthy genetics, pretty easy to grow. Pods were not great, but I started the pepper way late. You gotta account for like really crazy stuff here in Oklahoma, you know, hailstorms, like 30 a year, these 30 threats a year of hail in days. Probably, you know, 5 or 10 twister threats at least. So I had to, you know, deal with a lot here. So my apocalypse scorpion that I just had was very late. I started that in April maybe. I'm guessing, not positive, but got 2 pods out of it. I like that, you know. The burn was very interesting, very bright, very, very hot pod, you know. Flavor, not quite there. I'll do a secondary review later and really let this other pod, you know, stick on the vine longer. But, you know, like I've said before, I have trouble with reds. They confuse me. I really thought that one was ripe, but maybe it wasn't quite ripe, but the heat was definitely there, so it was pretty close. Hopefully the flavor in the next one will be a little bit better. But on the scale, probably a 6, probably a 7, probably a 7, 6.5, 7. That was a strong pod. Yeah, that was warm. Definitely sweating a little bit too. Definitely gives a little bit of the sweats. So yeah, that's about everything. I'd give it 2 thumbs up. I liked it. Great aesthetic, obviously. Love the bumps. Love the thinness. I love pods that are very thin. So that's about everything. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Bye.